Ben and Mata are different type of players. They all have different assets. Do you have to change your formation depending on who's available?
The Mata and Ben have different quality. Everybody knows. With Ben, maybe Ben can play in two positions in our team, and he can play, especially when we play with five in the back, center back, the left back. But even and wing back, as a wing back, they have a different quality. But right now we practice with different players here because we have to be ready in case we miss Mata 2 or 3 weeks. The first idea is Mata maybe is ready for LA, but if not, we practice with today. We practice with Isma in this position, with Evan as well, because we have to be ready in case. Imagine that Ben is injured in the next game on the training session.
So Eber, so he's come in and seems to have really helped the attack. You're scoring more goals now than you did at the beginning of the season. Is a big part of that Eber?
Yeah, it's for everybody, but you know how important it is when you play with the right player as a striker, because he has this quality. He help us when we have problems in the field. He's able to keep the ball, assist, score the goals. It's a good news for us because it's our feeling is right now we signed the right player, and of course he's ever improve a lot our team when we have the ball. But everybody is much better than, I don't know, 1 month ago, But
is it a big part that you have the number 9 and now
for sure.
everybody else is a little more comfortable?
For sure. I agree with you when that happened, because he has this quality. Keep the ball, assist, and everybody in our team know when we play in our team, we have more opportunities to create chances and score goals.
And it gives Maxi a little bit more freedom to be who he is, and maybe even Alex Ring.
No, I agree. Yeah. I agree. Everybody knows we have one player up, our striker, able to keep the ball and to play again and again. Because when you play with your striker and you lose the ball, I don't know, 80% of the time, it's not good for us, because after that you have to defend as soon as possible. But with Eber, our feeling is much better because they have he has this quality. When you are in trouble, we have a right player as a striker, but it's the same. I remember when Tati Castellanos play in Minnesota, they play in that way. He was able to keep the ball, attack the spaces, play 1 or 2 touches when they play back to goal. That is a good news for us because we have 2 strikers, and the feeling when you play with in this way with Eber, with Tati, and they are able to keep the ball and 1 or 2 seconds is much better for Maxi. When the players who play in the second line, the last game was Ismael and Maxi. Sometimes is Mitrit and Maxi play much better because they have time to win the second ball, because the reason why is for our striker are able to keep the ball.
It's interesting because you look at it as a 3-4-3 shape, but it really isn't in a way, because Maxi's playing the 10 at some point, and maybe Castellanos and Eber are twin strikers.
That is the reason why I say to you many times, the important is when you finish in the field, no? You can start to play with 5, or I say Man City play 4-3-3, but at the end they finish to play 3-2. 2 and 3 is the same, and sometimes we play in the same way, but we start to play with 5, and we finish with 3, sometimes 2. Sometimes 2 in the middle is Maxi and Ismo, Maxi and Mitri, and 3 our wingbacks play as a wingers if you play with 4-3-3. It's the same. That is the reason why I say many times it's not telephone numbers when you play 4-3-3, 3-4. It depends. What happens when you have the ball? How is the way you defend? We defend with 5. Okay, we play 5-4-1 sometimes when we defend deep, and when you have the ball, sometimes play 3-4-3.
Is it safe to say that it took some time for the team to recognize how to play in this? I mean, you say they're more comfortable now, but it took time.
No, we are more comfortable. That is the reason why we keep playing in that way. But the second reason we have for me the right players right now to play in that way is when I decided to play in that way was because we were in trouble, because we play, for me, it's my opinion, we play well, but we need to score more goals, to defend more compact, and we need to change a little bit. If not, if you play all the time 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, and you are not able to win any game, you need to change. No? That is the first reason why I changed a little bit, and the second one is because when you ask your players, they are more comfortable, they are more compact when we don't have the ball, and we create a little bit problems in our opponent when we play with 2 players in between the lines, and we have the right players to play in this system, because Isma can play here, Keaton can play here, Maxi, Mitrita, and after that we have the right wing backs in that moment, and the 3 center backs, and you know how important is for us right now Jimmy Sands, because if you decide in 5 minutes to play 4-3-3, he can play like as a 6.
Last weekend, Montreal hosted Chicago. The pitch did not look great. It looked like the ball bounced a lot. For a team that likes to possess and likes to play 1-2 touch quickly through the midfield, how is that going to impact you guys?
I know how important it is to play with a good field, but I can talk about that because 1 month ago we had many problems in our field as well. It is what it is. I watched the game Chicago against Montreal against Chicago. Sorry, and the field is not the best field right now to play soccer. But we have to play a little bit different. That's mean long ball, no. But we have to be smart, because it depends on the pitch. Maybe I will change some players, because maybe we have to play with the 3rd man, set the ball and attack, because sometimes it's impossible to play in the middle, because the reason why is they defend really well in the middle, because they defend inside, and the second one is about the field.